Hello, everyone. This is Eric from Etiquette, and welcome to another live stream this Sunday evening for me. Hi, everyone. My name is Eric, and on this channel, we talk about teaching, and we already have some teachers here on the YouTube and on Facebook. Hi, everyone. Let's quickly see who's first. The first person was Englisher, Gauss of English. Hi. And I said, hi, Englisher. Bonnie Esther, hi. How are you doing? Good morning from Marlborough, Massachusetts. Oh, I always struggle to say Massachusetts, USA. Great to be here with you, Eric. Bonnie Esther, how did your you had a church meeting or you had a live stream or something last week? How did it go? And then we've got Elsa. Hi, Elsa. How are you doing? Oh, by the way, everyone, you know the drill. Put your name in the comments. Tell me how your week has been, or if you've got any questions, just put it in the comments and we'll talk about it. You all know how it's how it's done. And Layla is here. Layla is like, hey, we're waiting. Actually, I am a little bit late. I usually like to switch on the live maybe 5 seconds earlier. This time I was maybe right on time, maybe a second. Hi, Layla. How are you doing? And Elsa is here. Hi, Bonnie Esther. Marcus, happy birthday, Bonnie Esther. Bonnie Esther, it's your birthday. Um, Happy birthday. I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope everybody spoiled you. Your family and your husband, they really spoiled you. Bonnie Esther, what are you doing to celebrate? I would sing to you, but I think most people would leave the stream as soon as I start singing. Okay. Well, Marcus, you know that it's Bonnie Esther's birthday. Well, thank you for letting us know. I bet you Bonnie Esther wouldn't have told us. Bonnie Esther, I hope you have a beautiful day. Mrs. Abiola, hi Eric, I'm waiting. Everybody's waiting these days, which is a very good sign. Yeah, guys, it's always lovely to see all of you. Elsa says, Eric, I missed last Sunday as it was Easter and I had a family lunch. Okay, Elsa, tell me about your family lunch. What did you have? Can you remember? I really miss having Easter lunch with my parents. My mom always made a really big meal for us. So I'm going back home for a visit next year in January and February. So I'm very excited to go and eat my mom's food. I'm going to make like a list of all the foods to eat. Elsa, no problem. It's always lovely to have you. Whenever you guys can make it. And then on Facebook, our first one, Angelica. Hi, Angelica. How are you doing? Saiki Hantu. I said your name last week. I said your name, didn't I? Saikantuya. I hope that's okay. And Salma. Hey, Salma. How are you doing? It feels like it's been a while. How are things with you, Salma? And Intisar. Hi, Intisar. Anna. Hello, Eric. Good evening, everyone. Virtual hug. Good morning, Bonnie Esther. Hi, Elsa. Virtual hug. Anna, so nice. Actually, yesterday, when was it? Anna sent me a message on Instagram, and it's such a lovely message. You always give such positive feelings to everyone, Anna, and I think that's beautiful. I think it's one of the best things that a teacher can have is creating a positive atmosphere and making other people happy. I think that's really special. Elsa says here, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Have a great day. Yes. Uh, you know what I like to do in my classes? I really like to celebrate birthdays. So in the past, when I used to have my own class, you would put on, I love those boards where you had all the students' birthdays and then you do something special for them. I really like that, because when it's someone's birthday, you want to celebrate that day with them. Now, these days, with my students at university, the only way I can see if it's their birthday is sometimes on the app that we use to communicate. I'll see if they put their birthday on there, then I see it's their birthday and I would send them a happy birthday on there. Q King, hellos. And Vahid, how are you? It's great to see you too. My hair's a bit messy. So every Sunday these days I go and I play some football and throw some frisbee with some friends. It's so nice, because I spend so much time just at home or at the study cafe editing or writing scripts. So it's really good. Or I go to the gym. So for me, it's really good to just get out and enjoy. Anna says here, Bonnie Esther, happy birthday to you. Best wishes. Yes, definitely. But so what I wanted to say is perhaps we should make a list of everyone's birthdays, because I feel like every time it's my birthday, I let everyone know, and then I might miss a lot of other people's birthdays. Chenuju, I hope I said that right. Hi, and my mom's here too. I forgot. I felt bad. I really felt bad last week. I corrected my mom on the air, and afterwards I was like, Eric, that was such a bad thing to do. So I definitely won't do that, because I won't do that with if one of my viewers makes a mistake. I wouldn't be like, oh, you made a mistake. And I did it with my mom. So mom, I apologize formally on air. Sen Chen Noju. When we put students in pairs, should we pair them up with a? Okay, this is a really good question. So this one I'm going to answer. The answer, as always, is it depends. I made a video on mixed level classes that I'll quickly find. Actually, I like that video because a lot of viewers have asked for it. So I made that video. Let me quickly see where it is. Give me 1 second. I did it, I think, a month or two ago. Let me quickly put it in here. Mixed. I think it was maybe. Oh, it was in January. Yeah, that's 3 months ago. I'll quickly put it in here and then I'll answer your question. This is a video I made about how to teach different level classes. And I think it has some good points in there. So I'll just post this for you, Chenuju. So here's the thing. It depends. You can put students with, ideally, you would like to put them with someone that's a similar level to them so that they can experience it and they can practice with each other. I like to diversify. I like to put students with different friends, so that they can practice with different people. They always say, oh, teacher, I want to be with my friend. And sometimes I put them with someone if I feel like, the energy in the classroom's wrong. I want them to feel comfortable and, have fun. Then I would put them with a partner if I think they would help each other. Other times I would like to change them up and give them a different experience so that they can practice and make new friends, right? Now, the question, if you should put a weak student with a stronger learner, in most cases, I would watch out for that, unless you've got a strong learner that is really passionate and enjoys helping other students. But that's not going to, if you put a weak student with a strong student, that's not going to benefit the strong student in most cases, because they don't get a chance to practice. They're just helping the weaker student. Now, sometimes that's a good thing, especially if the strong student, enjoys helping and they like sharing, and maybe it can help them to assist the weaker student. But in most cases, I don't like that. It has to be a special situation. In most cases, try and put the weaker student with another student that is a similar level so that they can grow together. So that's what I would say. But once again, in life, you should just get a feel for what you think is best for your students. Very good questions, Chenuju. Okay, let's see. Ingrid, hi. Good morning from Argentina, Buenos Aires. Thanks so much for sharing your knowledge with us. Ingrid, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining. You've got a beautiful profile photo. I really like that. How do you pair them up for reading tasks and speaking tasks? It's up to you. Like I said, you start learning what your students are like. Most of the time, what I do is, let's say there are 10 students and I want to make 5 pairs. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Find your partner and sit with them. That's the easiest way. And I don't think I've ever told you guys that. Yeah, that's in my classes. I do a lot of pair work or group work. So if I put them into groups, I want 5 groups. And they are 15 students. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Find your partner, sit with them, and it's a very simple but effective way of getting your students into groups. I like that. Ideally, when I do things online too, fortunately with Zoom you can put them randomly, and that also works. But you get to know your students and then you pair them accordingly. Elizabeth, hi. Hello, Eric. What's that flag? It's the British flag, the Union Jack, and the American flag. That's interesting. Q King, I'll be listening as I'm just preparing for my classes tomorrow. Though my students aren't very talkative, or rather, they don't want to speak at all. I'm guessing that they're afraid of making mistakes. Okay, Q King, this is a very important question. I think as English teachers, this is one of the greatest challenges that we have is getting our students to talk, getting them to speak. And I've said it before where, so you think that they are shy. Well, first off, in my class, I've got a rule. I say that in my class, nobody is shy because if you don't speak, you're not going to improve. And so from the very start, I tell my students, nobody's shy. They are going to speak, and I expect it of them. And then once they get into class, you want to get them talking. So as soon as my students come into class, I'm like, hi, how are you doing? How was your week? Anything special happen? How was your day? So I start asking them questions so that they are getting used to being asked questions and answering. They are warming up. It's almost like, you're going to the gym and you're stretching. And what I like to do with my classes, again, is I always do some kind of warm up where I give them a couple of questions they can ask a partner, or I ask them to share a photo of their lives. I'd say, okay, what did you do last weekend? Take out your phone, pick one photo, share it in a group. So that way I give them a simple or an easy activity to get them talking. You can just write a couple of questions on the board and say, ask your friend these questions, right? Very simple, or a simple talking game. That way they are warmed up. Then during your class, you want them to talk as much as possible. So while you're teaching them or instructing them, you're going to be busy asking them questions. My students, one thing I'm very proud of with my students is I feel like when they leave my class, they have been conditioned to answer questions, and they become comfortable with it. Because the worst thing you can do is have a class where the students are too shy to answer things. So Q King, great question. I think I might make a video on it in the future because it's such an important topic. Layla, sorry, I have to leave now because I have something to do. Is it possible to let this live on your channel to watch it? Of course, Layla. Guys, by the way, I've shot maybe almost 80 live streams, and they are all on a playlist on my YouTube channel. Just go onto my YouTube channel and just go down to the live streams every week. All those videos are there. It's actually very interesting. It's always just me standing here with this background, different hairstyle, and yeah, it's always like that. So definitely, Layla, have a good day, and you can check it out later. Sama, oh, believe me, I try to be first. Thanks for asking. I'm well. What about you? Okay. What's going on with me? Yeah, just another weekend of me going out with some friends. Today, at least, so yeah, my Saturdays, I go out with friends and go and socialize, drink a little bit, don't tell anyone. And then Sundays, I come home. Well, I'm at home, and then I go play some football or throw the frisbee around. But I've got some very exciting news. Wait, am I too slow? No, I'm okay. I've got some very exciting news. This week, well, let me go through the things and I'll tell you now. Let's look at some other messages first. Chinoju says, thanks a lot. Anytime, guys. If you have any questions related to teaching or English, let me know. Galina, hi. Hello. Many happy returns of the day. An excellent idea with birthdays. If you mention me on, where's my Galina's, I'm going to have to start writing everyone's down. I think what I will do is maybe on the group page, I will send a question, and in the comments, put your name and your birthday, and I'll make a list of everyone's birthdays, and I can send you, or I can give you a shout out. I like that idea. I'll have like a shout out at the end of the video, or at the start of the video. I'll have a shout out. Galina, so you are the 21st of November. Okay, I've got you. Guys, the rest of you, well, I'm not going to do it now because I have to speak, but I'll put out a video or a post asking for your birthdays, and I'll write them down and make a list out of this. Galina, great idea. Too. Ronnie then says, "Hi teacher, thanks for this class today. I need to improve my English." Ronnie, you're more than welcome. Usually this class is more for teachers, but English learners are welcome. If you've got any questions or if you want to talk about anything, put it in the comments and we can chat about it. Yeah, I think that's in the future, I will do some more videos specifically for English learners. I might do that. Bonnie Esther says, great grouping answer, Eric. One teacher I knew had a big list of all pairings and said, real life is having meaningful conversations with all people. She was very intentional about it. I love that word, intentional, Bonnie Esther. I believe that, you know, as teachers or doing anything in life, you're not going to improve unless you are intentional about it. You know, I think the worst thing you can do is say, oh, I just got lucky. You know, you should, if you are intentional and you know why you do it or how to go about it, or you set it as a goal, then yeah, that's great. I really like that real life, because every time if a student brings that up, they're like, oh, teacher, can I do it with my friend? Or at the end of the semester, they have to do a group role play. And they say, oh, teacher, can we pick our friends to do it with? I'm like, no. In life, you cannot choose who you work with. You cannot choose a lot of things. You have to learn how to work with these other students. So that's very important. Elizabeth, hi, Eric. I'm Brazilian, but I've been living in Italy since 2016. Elizabeth, how is it going in Italy? One of my good friends, Christina, also lives in Italy. I would love to visit. Yeah, are you enjoying it there? Is it very different from Brazil? I always laugh. So when I see these, there's a new meme that came out where a baby is born and oh wait, what did they say? Sorry, I'll remember now. I'll get back to it in a second. Bonnie Esther says, partnering can be with clock buddies. Kids write down a partner's name on time, and teacher says, get together with the 9 o'clock buddy. Wow, what a great idea, Bonnie Esther. Okay. Oh, that's so much fun. So, you know, so everybody has a different time, and the students, kids write a partner's name on a time. The teacher says, get together with a 9 o'clock buddy. Okay, so does each student have their own paper, or is it a paper on? Yeah, I think, yeah, so I can see it. Okay, so maybe every student has it and they write it down and get together with that. Oh, that's fun. I can see that working. I like that. And maybe that's like a really fun activity for, you know, the first day of class, where you say, okay, in front of their textbooks, you want them to draw a clock, and then they get to meet all their friends and they have to write their friend's name at a certain hour. You know, let's say there are 12 students in class, that's perfect. But let's say there are 24, then they can have like for each half an hour or something like that. Or you can just make yeah, I like that idea. Bonnie Esther, you're genius. Clock idea. Let me just write it down. Clock idea. I like that. That's a good one. Titus, hi, I like that emoticon. Takan, what kind of games can we use from grade 9 to 12? I miss hearing grades. You know, in South Africa, we use grades a lot. Takan, what kind of grade games can you use? Okay, so I did a video series in December, and I love this video series because because I think it's got a lot of fun, interesting games that you can use. It's called Classroom Games, and I think it could be adapted. It's got energizers, it's got games. I really like this playlist, so I'm just gonna paste it there for you. Guys, if you have any questions, just put it in the comments and I'll ask about it. Takang, you can watch these. There are some great activities that you can check out. Saima, hi, what about a warm-up activity? So yeah, there are lots of warm-up activities. In my classes, I like to keep it simple and about the students. So I can just give them some easy questions they can ask each other, but my students are older. I just posted a playlist. There are lots of warm-up activities in there too. It's basically all the warm-up activities I think you can do. Almost 52 warm-up activities, so I'm sure there are enough. There's enough. Elix, oh, that's a cool name. Elix Finn. Oh, that sounds like a protagonist, a really strong character. That's a brilliant way of handling it. Ronnie, do you have a platform? Well, just my YouTube channel and on Facebook. Chinotu, I like your videos. They're very informative. Elix says, one question, do you need to do any of the following? Do you need to do any following up with students after class or any form of homework? For me, I try not to give homework. I try to do everything in class, or I try and get the students, I call it preparing for the next class. So instead of giving them homework, if I know that a certain class requires a lot of work, I would try and set it up by preparing them for the next class so that they can do it well. So I would send them a video of me explaining some of the things they can do or they can prepare for class. And then once they come to class, they do it. So I don't like homework after a lesson, but doing homework for a lesson. That way, I think it also serves as some kind of motivation for them to do the homework if you prepare them for the next class. It's not always possible, but of course, if you gave students homework, you do need to follow up with them. I had another question from a teacher in Mexico who asked me, Eric, my students, I need to give them written homework, but they are too lazy to do it. So the advice I gave her or him, I'm not sure, I told them that basically what you want to do is you want to make it fun, interesting, and easy for your students to do the homework. So what you can do is you can make the homework related to them or their family members. So let's say, for example, they've got to write about their hobbies. Instead of them writing about their own hobbies, tell them to interview their parents, their mom or their dad, and write it down. Or ask them to, if they have to do a diary entry, say, okay, I want you to do it a little bit more fun. I want you to take your diary entry from the point of view of your dog or your wallet or your kettle, so something fun like that, where you make it interesting for them. They were asking specifically about writing, so it's not always possible, but it should be something interesting to them. Also, what you want to do is you want to start the homework in class if possible. That way, if you start doing something, they are more likely to continue it, and they also understand what you want them to do. In most cases, when students don't do work, it's because they need more clarity on how to do it. So you want to clarify yourself and what they have to do. And there was something else I kind of forgot about giving homework. I can't remember everything, but I hope that works. I saw it in. I'm great. Thank you. Oh, Mrs. Abiola, February 18th. I think you told me, Mrs. Abiola. So I like this idea of taking everyone's birthdays. We'll do something fun for that. By the way, let's see. How much time do I have? 15 and it's 23. Okay, I'm 10 minutes behind. By the way, guys, I want to tell you about what I did last week. Now, usually my videos are about 3 to 10 minutes long, but a couple of weeks ago, I shot a very long video, and during the week, I edited it, and it is 30 minutes long. This is my longest video that I've edited, and it's called The Secret to Classroom Management. The Secret to Classroom Management. It's just I look at some advice that a lot of teachers give for how to control your classes, and then I give the secret tip at the end, which is just something fun I put in there. So it will come out this Tuesday. It's 30 minutes long, just me and my voice, but you guys are used to hearing my voice anyway on the live stream. But I'm kind of proud of it because it was kind of tough, and it's got some good information, I think. And it's just me talking, and then I put in some video, some videos. It'll be fun. Okay, let me quickly go through everything. Pragati, is there any spelling or vocabulary program that you suggest? They are aware of basic phonemes, however they struggle with longer words. Pragati, let me think about it. I have done, I think I've done a video on how to do vocabulary activities, but I would like to get to spelling, helping students with spelling. I don't have any advice I can give you right now, but I'll think about it and perhaps make something later. I have made a video on vocabulary, some activities that you can do with vocabulary, vocabulary that I can suggest. Let me just find it. Here we go. Copy. No, that's not what I want. So strange. Sorry about that. Yeah, so vocabulary. I'll make some videos on maybe how to teach spelling and stuff like that. Samad, hi. I like your activity English. I'm a student. Thanks. Oh, that's great. Thank you, Samad. Somedin, my birthday is July 10th. Okay, well, since you guys are writing it down, wait, I can't write it down. My pencil broke. I have to do it later. Somedin, you can give it to me later again. Giselle, thank you for your help. Argentina, another Argentinian. We've got so many. Elizabeth, I taught English for children for about 10 years in Brazil, and now I would like to teach English to adults, but I don't know how to start. Can you give some advice? Well, I think, my personal opinion is that if you can teach children, adults are so much more easy, so much easier because they already have a history. They've got lots of experience. They've got things they can talk about. They've got interest. And they are classroom management isn't a problem because you're not going to see some adults go crazy. So it's so much simpler. But the main thing is for teachers is that you should engage whatever level your learners, right? So whatever their age is, you're supposed to engage them and help them by teaching them valuable lessons and also relating the content to their experience, which is way easier as adults. So what I want you to do is, if you've taught children, just take that same idea. How do you keep their attention? How do you teach them the lessons? How do you get the past experience? That's another thing, with adults, they've got a lot of past experiences that you can link to the lesson, and you can ask them to talk about it too. What I would suggest, though, is that try and get them, when you work with adults, try and get them to engage with each other more and to share their ideas. With children, they don't have all that past experiences, so you need to help and assist them. You need to give them a background. But with adults, they are quicker to learn because they've had that experience, and now it's your job to get it out of them. Stal, journey and music. Hi, Etiquette. Hi, my first time joining your live stream. I was wondering if you guys could help answer my question. Sure. Stal, put it in there. What does this mean? Peace. What does this mean? Peace. Wed, I'm not sure what you mean. Wed Al. What does this mean? Piece. A piece of something. So if it's broken up in certain pieces or it's a part of a whole thing. Stel, I've been teaching English here in Vietnam, primarily to high school students, but due to COVID-19, some schedules have decreased. So need to find a more stable teaching job. Yes, I think it's been very difficult on so many people. Schedules have changed. We've lost a lot of learners, and I think we've all just realized, how anything can change in a moment's notice, and we've got to take responsibility for finding students. So if you're a teacher, if you're a teacher with experience and you know that you can help students, I think it's very important to try and find a side hustle, find a different way to connect with students and then teach them online. Of course, you're still going to teach at school. And of course, a lot of people are teaching online. But I think the main thing we should try and do is try and find our own students. So, and that's why a lot of people are using Facebook, they're using Instagram, they're using, well, in my case, YouTube, to start building a library of themselves. It's almost like your reputation. It's a way for the students to contact you. So I would suggest doing something like that, and also trying to find your own students to help them. Right. So I think that's very important these days. Fortunately, I got an offer to teach kindergarten. So what is the best activity or method I can use to make these kids retention long and can love me? Wow, Stel, that's a great question. Sorry, I stopped reading your question and I started answering it. And by the way, guys, so many people joining us today. Thank you so much. I see that we've got almost 70 here. Normally, I've got about 30 people on, so thank you very much to everyone who's there. You can leave a question in the comments. I'm a bit slow today. I see I'm 10 minutes behind the questions. I'm going to make a video on how to teach younger learners, but basically what you want to do with younger learners is you want to break down their activities so you want to have more activities and split it up into different sections. So you're going to start class with a fun activity. You're going to smile a lot. You're going to play some games with them to prepare them for class. And then after that game, you say, okay, everyone sit down. Let's quickly do something with the words. You can go through the vocabulary you want to teach them. And then you do another activity where they get up and they have to write things on the board. So what I'm trying to say is you want to keep it moving. You want to keep them active. And then when you need to teach them, settle them down. Have many activities, get them to engage with things, or make it very colorful, or you want them to use their bodies and their senses, and smile a lot. You want to engage with these students. Remember, they're very young. Some of them might be nervous, some of them want to have fun, and you as the teacher, you're going to guide them in learning things, and you're also going to guide them to have a fun experience with you. A lot of teachers, once they start the best teachers that teach kindergarten are the ones that really embrace having fun and engagement with the students, and they change things up. Right, so they make it really fun for the kids, and that's important if you want to teach kindergarten. Stal, I'll make a video. Actually, I've been dying to make a video on how to teach younger learners. I do have a video for you, but it's very long. It's almost an hour long. It's a presentation I did on how to teach phonics, and in that video, I've got a lot of games and ideas to do that. So let me quickly see the phonics. It's a very long presentation that I did, but in the future I would like to make another video where I take these ideas and perhaps put them into 10 minutes. So I'll do that in the future, but check out this video. It's very long, but it might be useful if you want to teach kindergarten. Alice, good evening, Eric. Please, I would like to ask, what type of games in math can we teach kindergartners? Once again, that's a difficult one for math. I specialize in English, but take a look at this video I just posted, Alice. It's got a lot of ideas basically for English phonics, but there are some fun energizers that you can use with the students. Okay, where are we? Who's next? Where are we? That's me. Ashmeet. Hi, Ashmeet. He says, do you remember Talkai's high up log, the Hindi phrase for asking people how they were? Actually, earlier this week, somebody asked me if I could say hello to their students. And at first I was like, oh, no, I don't want to. But then I thought, well, you know what? Why not? So I was busy editing, and then they gave me a call on WhatsApp, and there were a couple of students, and they said hello, and they said, Eric, do you know a phrase in Hindi? And I was like, thank you, Ashmeet. And I said, high up log. And they're like, wait. And I'm like, oh, what is it again? And then I said, Kai's high up log. And they're like, oh, to Kai's high up log. So thank you so much, Ashmeet. I actually used it. Sagittarius, hello. I'm so lazy for doing homework. You know what you should do, Sagittarius? A lot of people struggle with procrastination. We struggle to get going. So what I like to do is, instead of doing the work I need to do, I say, okay, well, maybe I can do something small, like it's just doing the dishes, or just rearrange, put some clothes away. So start doing these small things, and then once you start being active, and once you start that process, you're in motion, and then you move on to the homework you need to do. So that's something I like to do to cure my procrastination. I do these small things. Also, what I like to do is, I've got this post-it notes, and I always write down what I need to do. So once I write it down, I see my goal. So for your homework, you can perhaps write down what homework you need to do. And then once you've got it there, it's written down, and you're like, okay, well, let's do this one, and then this one, and then this one. That really helps me. I hope it helps you. Salma, so about Q King. She can also create the atmosphere of friendship between classmates so the learners feel familiar. There will be no worries to speak or participate and have mistakes. Very good idea. Thank you so much, Salma. Right, Q King. I think as a teacher, we're teaching our students, but we're also helping them socialize with each other. Okay, let's continue. MD, good evening, sir. I'm from Bangladesh. Hi. One of my best friends is from Bangladesh. He always makes such tasty food. I really enjoy it. Rakesh, how to handle troublesome some children and parents during online classes? Well, I did a video on teaching online. It doesn't exactly talk about how to handle parents and students, but I guess have some firm rules. Let me quickly go online. I've got a video on teaching online. What I would say is you should have some proper rules for them that they have to follow. And some procedures. Online teaching kids online. Okay, I've got 2 videos actually, but this is my most popular video, so I'll share this one with you. Have some rules and then apply it in class. I think that's a difficult question. It's going to take some time to answer. But Rakesh, let's see. Yeah, have some proper rules and make sure the thing is you can change some things there too. Oh, what's this? Oh, Marcus, you're a new member. Thank you so much, Marcus, for joining. Hub. Yeah, by the way, guys, you can join as a member. It's just some coffee to join. You get some extra benefits, not a lot, but you can join the members here. Thank you so much, Marcus. And then Q-Hub. In teaching ESL, what is the best way to get a student's interest? Make it about them, make it a fun topic that they are interested in, engage the student, let them share things about their lives. By the way, Rakesh, about your question about children and parents, I'll think a little bit about it. I haven't had that problem at all. But remember, you've got a lot of what you can do is at the start of class, share it with them. And if the students misbehave, you can have some kind of the thing is with online classes you can control everything, right? So and they you can give them the rules ahead of class. So I think it's much easier teaching online with regards to students classroom management than in real life, but I'll think about it for a little bit and get back to you. Vahid says, in this month, my family has had many birthdays. My eldest son's birthday is today. Tomorrow is my sister's. 16 April, mine. Oh, that's in 5 days. Why is my pencil? I need to remember. Vahid, please. I need to write it down to say happy birthday to you and your granddaughter's birthday. But I am far from home. Yeah, Vahid is busy working in Russia, but his family is back home. And he's been away from them for a long time. So Vahid, yeah, I hope you can go and see them soon and then celebrate all these great birthdays. And I'll send you a message on your birthday too. Ait, hi, good to see you. And welcome, Ait. I don't remember if I've seen you before here. King, Salma, I actually do that all the time, but my students refuse to speak. So yeah, but thanks. I'll give it some time. Yeah, King, I understand definitely what you're talking about, and I think it's definitely worth talking about. How to get students to talk, because as English teachers, that's our main responsibility, right? Ashmeet, I share the same birthday as Justin Bieber. When's that, Ashmeet? Justin Bieber's birthday. Everyone give me 1 second. Justin Bieber's birthday. It's March 1st. Okay, interesting. March 1st. Yeah, my birthday I share with the guy from that sings Maroon 5, the lead singer from Maroon 5. What's his name? Levi something. Adam Levine. I share my birthday with him. Ashmit, very interesting. He said me. Wait, I'm sorry, I slaughtered your name. How can we help our students improve their speaking skills? Very simple, let them talk. And I said this before, let them talk about some past experiences, things they're going to do. You want them to be able to talk about things in their lives. If it's important to them, they're more likely to to learn quicker. Right. So if you are learning something that is important to your life or it's valuable, you're more likely to pay attention and use it. So I think when you want your students to improve their speaking skills, try and focus on things that are important to them or useful or practical, and they will improve their speaking skill a lot faster. And also try and do it in a group environment so that they can, because students learn faster if it's in a social setting, with group work. If you're on your own, it's just you. But if you practice speaking in groups or with partners, you're more likely to improve. Good question. Riyadh, I have no idea what you're saying. Please put it in English for me. And then Jawar, hello teacher, I'm from Ethiopia. So I went to follow your class to define your class time. Okay, you want to follow my classes? Well, actually, I just have the live stream, but I think in the future I will put my dad's email because he has online classes, and I think I need to put my dad's email. I'll put my dad's email in the future for that. Salma, what about plays? They act plays. Did you try that? I do a lot of role plays, but I haven't done. I think in the past with my students, I've had them write down their own plays and then act them out. That's really fun, especially if the students commit and they do something interesting with it. I've seen students are so creative sometimes. So with my, sometimes you get some students that are kind of lazy. So if they can just do the basic role play, it's fine. But you should allow your students to show off their creativity somehow. That's really nice. Samad, so teacher, I have a problem with writing English, and sometimes I find speaking hard because it's not, you don't have anyone to speak with. Can you give some advice? Right. So when it comes to learning a language, if you're on your own, it's very difficult. So you need to reach out and find someone to help. The easiest way is to get online classes and someone to help you. If you can't get online classes, I would suggest, finding a book to work, finding books to work through. Or if you watch TV shows, try and learn new vocabulary from there. Try and use the new vocabulary and expressions and phrases that you see in movies or TV shows that you like. So try and find English sources and then learning from that. When it comes to speaking, I think try and find a partner to practice with. And, and if you can't find an online teacher or someone to help you, try and find someone to grow with. These days on the internet, there are amazing resources. What you can also do is start recording yourself. So if there is a movie or you're reading something, read it out loud and record yourself and then play it back. And you can hear from your own voice how it sounds compared to maybe someone saying it on TV or another native speaker. I like that idea. I just thought of that. That's a really good idea. Good job, Eric. Asomadin, thank you so much for that video that you did for me. Asomadin, always, when somebody asks me for a topic, I think, oh, I really want to make that for you. So guys, if you have any videos that you would like to see, send it to me. I'm busy working on a couple of videos right now and a couple of scripts in the future. So this next video that's coming out Tuesday is about classroom management. The week after, it's classroom management emergencies. And then I want to do, like I said before, how to teach younger students, how to teach phonics. And I've got some few others that I want to do as well. Mrs. Abiela, I don't send homework for the kids, and your advice is very good. Pre-homework, because the parents always ask for homework. But kids have, I prefer to work in class. Excellent. Mrs. Abiela, yeah, I think as teachers, it's very important for us to have evidence of work. And homework isn't the best way to do it, but pre-homework maybe, or if they have classwork. Remember, you should always be thinking as a teacher, how can I have evidence of student learning, not just for the students and their grades, but also for me and my future classes, and also for the parents. If the parents also need to see that their students are doing something good. So we've got to focus on that as teachers. Layla, Hello, Eric. I would like to know how to deal with children that are sensitive and cry if they cannot participate in class. I have 30 students. Of course, I want everyone to participate. The best thing to do, Layla, is to have some kind of list of how you work through class. So, for example, when I'm teaching, I've got a list of my students, and when I'm asking questions, I would actually I would either go through and ask the students like this, or I would go on the list and I try and make sure that I ask each student a couple of questions during class. Actually, they answer a lot of questions, or they instead of listening to audio, I ask my students to read it for us. Okay, you guys, read this, read this. So as a teacher, even with 30 students, you want every student to participate somehow in class. And if the class is very short and you don't have that, maybe just have like a list on the board so that the students know that at some point you're going to look at them. But really try to engage all of them. And then with this thing about students being sensitive and crying, you cannot control a student's emotion, but it depends where that comes from. If a student is sad because they didn't participate in class, just make them feel better. Say, listen, next time I'll make sure that everyone gets a chance. But don't fall for it if they're trying to manipulate you, because a lot of students will say, oh, teacher, I didn't get a chance to say anything. No, I don't accept that. I'll be like, if you truly try to help them and you try to give everyone a chance and somehow they didn't get a chance to perform, first you say, I'm sorry, next time I will try and give you a larger part. But the class is very big. There are many students. Don't be manipulated by tears. But if it's a genuine emotion from the student, then I would accept it. So very important, Layla, to think about that. So thank you so much for that question. Yeah, I like that. Oh, that's such a great question, guys. By the way, thank you so much for all these questions. We have many people joining the stream, which I'm very grateful for. And I really like the questions. If I don't get to all the questions, I will try and go through it very quickly at least. I always try and do it. Bonnie Esther, there are a lot of spelling exercises, games online, right, very early stages of a language, but intermediate students need to see spelling lists that show patterns. It's tricky to find these online. Very true. So if you're learning a new language, there are so many resources out there. But once you get into the intermediate play, it's kind of difficult to find these patterns. Very true, Bonnie Esther. I'm not sure what to do about it, or how to address that, but yeah, that's something to keep in mind if for the future and creating materials for online classes or for people that want to study on their own, right? Very good question. Elizabeth, thanks a lot. Do you usually live stream on social media? Yes, all the time. Every Sunday right now, I do a live stream for an hour. And then every Monday, I do a quick story that I put on my YouTube channel too. Maybe you guys have seen that. And then, yeah, it's on Facebook and it's on YouTube. Thank you for the question, Sagittarius. Stel, thanks, Eric. I'll definitely share your channel to my co-teachers here in Vietnam. Looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Stel. Alice, thank you so much. English, greetings from a small town on the east of Morocco. Well, thank you. English, you were first there. At first, I read your name and I thought, oh, maybe it's German. But Morocco, nice. Asai, I can do it. Sorry, that was a Asai alaikum. Salam alaikum. I know that's how it's usually greeted in the Middle East too, and in Morocco. Marcus, thank you so much. So, by the way, guys, this is just something small I've got on the channel, but I always go to like a study cafe to work. So I thought, if you did want to contribute something, it's like $1 or it's $2 if you want to become a member. And basically, it's just to help me pay for the coffee when I go to edit and work at there. Mario, hola teacher. Hi, Mario. So Marcus, by the way, thank you so much. And if you join, you can I can always see when someone joined, and you can also use emoticons especially So thank you so much for joining, guys. You can check it out at my channel. Mario and Muhammad, thank you for facilitating. Thank you. Of course, Sagittarius, I tried and answer everyone's questions. Susanna, hi, I would like to improve my English with you. Well, thank you so much, Susanna. In the future, actually, a couple of months from now, I will start posting some videos specifically for English learners. A big series I've been making. So I hope that helps you out. And also, I think my dad does a lot of online classes. I'll put his email down there too. It's not me, but it's my dad, so it's okay. I'll put his email in the maybe should I put it in the comments? Yeah, I'll put it in the comments. My dad. Wait, what is my dad? I'll put it in the description after. Thank you so much for the question, Susanna. And Intan, Ehsan. Hello, this is Ehsan from Afghanistan. Can you tell me how I can prepare for a PMP? What is a PMP? How can to prepare for a PMP? PMP, education, meaning. What is PMP? It's some kind of certification. Give me 1 second. PMP mean certification. PMP, project management professional. Okay. What is it's a designated? Okay. I'm not sure. I haven't done it. I'll look it up a little bit, Ehsan. Good question. I'm not sure. So it's basically a test that you need to take. It's like the topic test or the TOEIC test. A lot of tests these days to prove, that you're efficient. So I'll look it up. Ingrid, I have to teach English to a teenager tomorrow for the first time. His level is pre-intermediate. How could I make this class interesting and engaging? I appreciate your piece of advice. Ingrid, great question. Yeah, just make it about your student. If it's a one-on-one with a student, that's fantastic. Get them to talk about their hobbies, their experiences, talk about their lives, what they do every day. Ask them about what's happening in their lives at the moment, right? And you can go through it. You can say, okay, let's make it hobbies, and then write it down and get them to talk about them. That's a really easy way to help them. And you can even do like maybe, what is it called? A flow chart, a brain chart, where you say, okay, hobbies, write down some vocabulary related to hobbies. While you're talking with him, you're like, ask him a question and then write it down. And then you've got this mind map. That's when I was brain charts, mind map. You can write this mind, so you can say hobbies, interests. You can say things that are happening in their lives. You can say favorites, and then the student can fill in some vocabulary while they're talking about it. And it's also a way for them to reflect back once the lesson is finished. They can be like, oh, you know what? I learned some new vocabulary and I became more confident sharing these things about my life, which is really good. Haroon, hi teacher, how are you? Haroon, I am doing fantastic. Actually, guys, we've got about 10 minutes left, so I'll try and get through all the comments. I'm a little bit late. I'm so sorry. I knew that at some point my live stream will become a little bit difficult to follow, but I'm so thankful to everyone that's here. Thank you so much. Samad, I like to read books. Can you give me the name of advice how to learn English books? Samad, I'm not sure, but I think reading books is fantastic. I think you already there are so many good books that you can read to improve your English. Whatever you are interested in, try and read some books about that, and then write down the vocabulary and some of the things that you can use. Uyahab, since you're taking birthdays, mine is November 16th. I'm expecting a gift. My pencil broke, so I don't want to grab another one up there. But I think what I will do is I will post a message on the chat and you can write it down. I really like that idea. Teacher Rainier, hi, my B-Day is the same as the US Independence Day, July 4th. Really nice. That's easy to remember. Marcus, here we go. So you can see that Marcus, he's got a symbol because he's now a member. Hello, Eric. Great session today. I'm a Brazilian living in the United States for 20 years now. I teach private online English classes to Brazilian students in my area of Boston, USA. Got your coffee. Thank you so much, Marcus. I really appreciate it. If yeah, if you have any questions, if you would like any videos, let me know. I really appreciate it. Yeah, guys, so you can see that Marcus is a member here. Hello, teacher. Hi, Rakesh. Thanks, sir. That's really helpful. I hope so. Gregory, good to see you again. I hope everything is great your side. How do we as native teachers handle young students using profanity? Warn them first. You know, it also depends how it's used. If a student swears because they are frustrated, it's not because they meant it, then in that case, if it's possible, turn a blind eye and ignore it if it's a good student, right? But if a student uses that in class, the first time that happens, give them a warning, right? You're going to say, listen, in this class, I don't like using it. A lot of my students, because they watch movies and sometimes because of ignorance, they can use profanity. And then I correct them. I said, listen, guys, this is not what I want to hear. I don't like hearing these words in my class. And then you just warn them, a friendly warning. If they do it again, you'll be more strict. You'll say, you'll give them a lecture. Always lecture them. Listen, this is wrong. I don't want this in class. It's not suitable for class. You can do it with your friends if that's fine. But I don't like people using that because I think it reflects negatively on their character. And then if they continue, call them in, talk with them after class, and punish them. I think that's the best way. But if it's only ignorance or because it's funny, then just either turn a blind eye or just give them a warning. Fakito, hi, my dear Eric. Sorry I'm late, but I'm glad to be here with my beautiful Etiquette community. Oh, Fakito, you're always welcome. She sent me such a beautiful message on my story earlier. Fakito, I hope you're having a fabulous day. It's always lovely to have you. So, Bidet, hi, it's good to see you too. Rakesh, can you please suggest any idea to make grammar class more interesting for kids? I've got some videos out of that, but I think grammar, I'll think about it, Rakesh. Guys, we have 5 minutes left. I want to go through everything very quickly. Ariza, Gonbanwa, how are you, teacher? I'm really good. Rakesh, about the grammar, I'll make some in the future. With grammar, yeah, it's very important. Usually I teach my students the grammar. We go through it, give them examples, and then they are supposed to practice the grammar in class. You know, through role plays or creating conversations. It should be made practical for them to start to know it. English teacher, hi from Morocco. Good to see you. English, Rakesh, consider using games. Definitely. Good one. Songs and learning by doing activities because kids are hyperactive. Definitely use games. Let them use the language and have fun doing it. They'll remember it better. Do you think reading aloud helps us speak fluently? I think it definitely helps using the language, right? So the more you use it, and also if you can read out loud, that definitely helps. And well, like I said before, record yourself so that you can see, so that you can hear how you sound, and then make adjustments, right? And you can look up how native speakers might say a particular word, right? And then practice saying it the same way. That is for pronunciation. And then fluency, reading out loud, yeah, I can see it working a little bit, but I would read out loud and then also try and use that language that you've read before, right? So yeah, good question, Nala. And then Hirishra, I tried to a t-shirt me way. I try to make the topic stories, telling them talk about the topics that I make. I let them talk about every topic for 10 minutes per student, and I want all the others to ask questions to the speaker. I do that all the time. Very good. Yeah. So when the students, when someone tells a story or they talk about a topic, I tell my students, I want you to practice asking follow-up questions. So I put the students into groups, and let's say they're talking about a topic, then the other students have to each ask them a question. And then afterwards, I also like to practice it in class where they talk about those things. Guys, great questions today. I'm just going to quickly run through this. We're almost finished. I always just go about an hour. So, Bidet, I had a funny experience the other day. Some toddlers and kids asked me to teach them about the alphabet out of nowhere. I couldn't handle them as they learned. And my dad says, thanks for the shout out. I will gladly help for some private classes. I love helping adult students prep for IELTS. Dad, yeah, I'll put your email from now on. I'll put your email address in my videos. in there. Zobide, we're different ages and each one wanted to learn different things. If you have some experience, give me tips. Yeah, well, because they are different, let them, if they want to learn the alphabet, you give them a letter and then ask them, what word can you think of that starts with that letter? Zobide, I'm quickly going to carry on. Maybe next week I will answer it. Mrs. Abiola says, thank you. Guys, I think I'm just going to run through all of these very quickly. I mean, for speaking. Hi, my students find it difficult to implement correct grammar in their writing. Yeah, they're going to need to practice a bit more. Patina, I'll think about this one. Panita, I'll think about this one. Implement correct grammar. You can get them to fix each other's mistakes too. So let's say you had writing down, you say, okay, guys, this is how it works, the grammar. Now I want you to check your friends. And that way, by correcting their friends' mistakes and then checking it afterwards, you can go through it and check it again. They are also learning. Maybe. Zet, hi. Zet is such a good name. Hello, teacher. Ariza, can you give me a simple presentation for the opening of class? I put Ariza, I just put in a link to a video playlist. Just go through the comments that I put in, and it has a link to energizers and games that you can use for class. Runim, thanks. Sagittarius, do you speaking flow is your normal in your daily life? Yes. No, I'm actually speaking very quickly right now because I want to do many things. Normally, I speak a lot slower. Nora, hello, teacher. I want to learn English in the American dialect. A great way to do that is to watch Friends and then try and copy the way they say. Natalia, hi, I'm here. I'm late today. Hi there. Hi, Natalia. It's always a pleasure. Pokito, I sent you a strong hug, Eric. Everyone have a great week. I wish you the best. Yes, guys, we're almost 1 hour is complete. So I'm quickly going to write. Oh, we're almost finished. Yeah, Nora. Hi, teacher. Oh, Nora, I'm going to teach the topic saying date and ordinal numbers tomorrow, and I will use hocus pocus at the beginning and the end of class. I'm going to use bamboozle. Thanks for everything. Great. When you do the topic and date, ask the students to practice with their birthdays. So try and ask them, okay, so when is your birthday, so that they can say that date, or you can talk about specific holidays too. Mario, teacher, the 20 tips in that last video you talked about, I liked. Oh, thank you so much, Mario. Yeah, I enjoyed that, how to motivate students. That was a good video. I wanted to make it for a long time. I hoped it was useful. Also, this next video, guys, that I'm putting out is 30 minutes long. It's going to be fantastic. I can't wait. Yeah, it'll come out on Tuesday. Anna, Eric, thank you so much for the live stream. Have a wonderful week. Anna, thank you so much. Vitali, hi, good to see you too. And then Mrs. Abiola, bye, see you next week. And Samad, actually, I like plays for learning. We are children. We like not writing, but teachers stop. We enjoy this, definitely. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for joining the class. We had so many people here, and I just want to say thank you to everyone. Every week we will have the live stream. Everyone have a fantastic week, and yeah, watch my video Tuesday. It's 30 minutes long. It's going to be really fun. And I'll see you all next week. Isabella, yeah, have a good one. Yeah, Jaira, how good to see you. But now I'm saying goodbye. My dad says goodbye. Many thanks for your teaching. Guys, have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.